Hello there, you are welcome to Nana Collins TV. In this video, we take a tour with these African Americans who came all the way from the States, some from Chicago, some from North Carolina, some from Massachusetts and other American states. Now, who are these African Americans? You normally find these people at the Menchia Palace, both the museum and also on Akwasidea festivities, and most of them usually come there in their numbers. Now, the question is, why are these people always trooping into Menchia Palace and then also gracing some Ashanti festivities? So, what you should know is that these African Americans are our brothers and sisters. They were part of us. I mean, their forefathers were part of us. And with the unfortunate incident of the transatlantic slave trade, they found themselves in the New World or in the diaspora. So during the transatlantic slave trade, the forefathers of these African Americans were enslaved by the Europeans and then sent to the New World. Their forefathers worked in plantations, some worked in the mines, some worked in the railway sector, and all of that. And so most of these African Americans you see who come to Menchia, most of them have their roots here in Ghana, especially among the Akan group of people. And so most of them were born in the States, and so it looks like they are from the States, but really their root is from Ghana. And so now and then you found them coming in and out, trooping into Ghana, especially when the former president Nana Addo brought about the year of return. We saw a lot of them coming into Ghana. And so most of them, interestingly, when they come to Menchia, you could see that they vibe with the rhythms of the Menchia drums, and some of them become so happy. And one thing that I have also noticed about these people is that when they come, they try to take on African names. There has been instances where I have seen them undergo a naming ceremony, and they are giving African names, and that's so important to them, because they feel that their identity was taken away from them. And so anytime they come back home or they come back to Ghana, they really want to take back that identity that was taken away from them. And your name is your identity. So a lot of them come back and they undergo a naming ceremony, right, to give them their proper Ghanaian names. Unfortunately, we Ghanaians, we don't appreciate our local names. A lot of us, not everybody do, but a lot of us prefer these European names, which are branded in quote as Christian names, which indeed are not really Christian names, but just European names or English names. And these are the names that we Africans, we Ghanaians, pride ourselves in. And so it's kind of diluting our identity. Sometimes when you travel outside, people ask again, what is your name? What is your African name? And they really want to know your very name. But we have prided ourselves in European names, and so it's becoming very difficult for us to really be identified, with the exception of our color, to be identified as Africans. And so when these African Americans come, they want to understand, they want to immerse themselves into the Ghanaian culture, and you find them doing everything Ghanaian. And so I came across them at the Menchia Palace, as I always do, and talked to most of them, and they said they are from Chicago and some other states. And so they were just here to grace the occasion. When you look at the images or the picture that you are watching now, they were actually waiting for the king of king of Asante. I nearly said king of Ghana. King of Asante, please, Asante Kingdom. And they were just patiently waiting for Nana to come around and dance or greet them. And so that is it. Hey, you are all welcome to Ghana. You are our brothers and sisters, and it's all one love. And so when you see them outside, know that they are your brothers and sisters. They are not foreigners. They are actually back home. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe to this channel, and enjoy the rest of the video.